Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to finish my manicure and I thought I'd just make a little video to show you how I did this little cloud design. So when I was reading the Guild Gazette, which some of you might be familiar with, it said that the trend for January was going to be cloud nails. And I thought, oh, that's a bit cutesy, cartoony. I don't really fancy having cartoon nails on my, or cartoon designs on my nails, but actually they don't need to be that cartoony. So I painted them yesterday and I had top coated it already, so I'm just buffing the top coat and now cleaning it with acetone, and then I'm going to do a fresh layer of polish because I want to do the baby boomer look. So the products that I'm using today, I've got this polish from Blue Sky. It's called Bare, and yeah, it's really bare. I don't normally wear nude. I don't think I ever have worn nude, in fact, but I really like that color. So to make the baby boomer effect, I'm going to be using this pigment powder from Funky Sugar. It's been designed specifically for baby boomers. I'm also going to be using a rubber base coat just on top of the polish so that I can get a second layer of white with the sticky, and this is from SBD. I've got some white painting gel from Lisa Kahn. This is really, really thick, super duper fantastic white gel. You could do the baby boomer with this as well, but I wanted to use the powder. So for the powder, I'm using this fluffy brush. And for the clouds, I'm going to be using this tiny dotting tool. So first, let me just paint another layer on this snail because I need the top layer to be tacky to hold the pigment powder. So I'm just going to paint this on and cure it for 30 seconds. Now you might be thinking I should have used a base coat, but I've done this a lot where I've buffed the top coat and then added another layer of color. And I don't seem to have any problems with chipping or lifting or anything. It might be because I wipe the nail with acetone when I'm done. And usually when you wipe things with acetone, if it's something that will dissolve in acetone, even just the quickest swipe of it leaves it a little bit sticky. So I'm going to put that in the light just for 30 seconds and then I will come back. Okay, so this has been cured and it's still tacky. So now it's ready for the pigment powder. So it comes in a little pot. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of it in there, but it will last you an absolute lifetime. Keep your lid beside it. If you haven't used pigment powders before, this will be a good video for you to watch. So I put my brush in the pot and get some powder on it. If you went straight onto the nail with this, you'd have a really patchy result. So I just tap it into the lid so that it kind of, I don't know, blends the powder into the brush a little bit. I've learned with pigment powders that less is definitely more. So once you have good even coverage, you might need to brush some of it off, give it a little tap. You really don't want very much. Then I'm going to go in and tap, tap, tap on my nail. So I want the whitest part to be down here, and it's going to gradually go up the nail. So what I'm going to do is spend, oh my finger, spend quite a bit of time down here and make sure to press into the nail. It's a very subtle effect on the first layer, which is good. That's what you want. So when you realize that you don't have a lot of powder on your brush and it's not making any kind of difference at the bottom, then you can start moving up the nail, but be very careful that you don't go too far and that you don't add too much powder. So I'd like it a little bit wider. I'm going to go in again and do the same thing. Tap, tap, tap the excess off. I'm going back in. I'm going up 3 and then down, tap, 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 and just kind of adjust my brush. I can tell there's a little bit more powder on this corner here. So when I'm here and it's not touching the nail, I just turn my brush, and then I know there's not much powder over here, so if there's an area that's too, the line is too solid, then I'm going to use that part of the brush just to soften that blend. Okay, so I don't think I need to do 2 layers of the white with this. Sometimes you do, and if you needed to do that, if you didn't have very good coverage on the first layer, if your polish wasn't tacky or whatever, that's when I would go in with a base coat and then cure it for 30 seconds and then do the same thing again. But I'm quite happy with that, so we're going to put that away. Next, going to put the little clouds on. So I'm using this gel because it's my favorite white gel. You could use any white gel really, but this one's very thick and it stays exactly where I want it to be. So I'm going to use this one. Is that a hair? Yeah. Hair. I think it might be attached. Nope. Okay, got it. Now, I tried the clouds a couple different ways. At first I did them way too big. Now my nails aren't that long, so I realized that doing them smaller really worked better for me. So I just get my dotting tool with some gel on it, and I'm going to do the top part of the cloud. This one's going to be half on my nail, sort of like this one is, and I want to do him right in the middle. So I just very abstractly, he's going to be big on this side, and the bottom is straight. So keep that in mind when you're going along the bottom. And then it has like a wispy bit. Now you can make them whatever shape you like, but this was my favorite. So I'll do another little one over here. I have seen a couple of people wearing cloud nails online. When I first read it in the Guild Gazette, I thought, oh, okay. I don't see that becoming a trend. But I have seen it a couple times, and to be honest, once I got it on my nails, I absolutely loved it. So I can see why people would want this. It's whimsy. Whimsy? Is that even a word? Whimsical? That's probably the word I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm just going to do one more up here, but I think because these two are both off center, I'm going to do this one a little bit more centered. Now I'm only using the tiniest bit of gel, and I'm not even looking for full coverage in the cloud. I'm dotting it on. If there's lines or holes or, you know, it's not covered perfectly, that's cool. That's the exact look that I actually want because they're clouds. And I didn't want cartoon clouds, so I'm just going across the bottom just to make it whimsical. Cool, so there's the clouds. Now, I do have a little star on this one, and I would quite like a star on my other one as well. So I'm using my striping brush. I use this brush for almost everything. And I'm just getting the tiniest bit of this gel on the brush. There's literally barely anything there at all. And then I'm going to go in and just make a tiny star, which is odd because they're not nighttime nails, but I think it helps to show that they are actually like clouds rather than just blobs. So there's that. Let me cover this up. And literally that's that done. This design is super easy. I even did it left-handed. And I think I did a pretty good job on that hand as well, which I normally struggle with. The Baby Boomer is not as nice on that hand as the other one, but Hey, they're really nice. You could even add a little bit of glitter. I think I might actually. What are we at? 10 minutes. I have this glitter, Angel Dust from Funky Sugar. Maybe I'll use that. Just on my thumbs would be nice to have like glitter on my thumb because they kind of feel left out. I was going to put clouds on them, but I'm not sure I have time. I have to get to work this morning. So you might have seen, if you follow me on Facebook, you might have seen recently I asked people's opinions on covering for other nail techs because we're moving soon to a new place and I'm not sure if I want to take on a lot of clients, but I thought it might be a good idea to provide cover at local salons. So I'm going to go in and see what they say. People might want to be covered. Oh my God, do you know what's just happened to me? Look at this. So I just went to clean my dotting tool, the end of it with acetone, but I had acetone on my fingers and it's taken the paint right off of the paintbrush and put it all over my hand. My God. I need to get rid of that. What a tit. This is not the first time this has happened to me either. I never learn my lessons. Okay. Oh. One more shot. So when I am adding glitter to my thumb, which is already painted, I'm going to burnish it in, but that will be difficult because it's got top coat on it. So first what I'm going to do is buff it, get it nice and smooth. Don't buff any of the color off, preferably, although sometimes that happens. And then I'm going to wipe that with acetone and put a little layer of rubber base coat on. And then when I cure this, it will be sticky. I could have done another layer of polish as well. It doesn't really matter what you put on, as long as when it's cured, it's sticky. Oops. Okay, let's put that in the light just for 30 seconds. See if I can open this one-handed. So this is the glitter. It's so subtle, but it is absolutely beautiful. It looks great over nudes. It looks great over white. It looks good over pink, over black. If you put this on black, it actually looks completely gold, which is crazy. But what am I going to use? I'm going to use a fluffy brush as well, but I don't want to use the same fluffy brush as I did for my pigment powder. I don't know where my other fluffy brush is. I'll have to use this one. So just make sure there's no powder, or very little powder in that. And then I'm going to brush this onto the tacky layer of my base coat. And just brush away any excess. Yeah, that looks nice. I'll keep that. Now it needs top coat. I am going to use this top coat actually from Premier Gel because it's got a little bit of glitter in it, and actually it's quite similar to this glitter, and I don't want to contaminate my other top coat, so I'll use this one, and then it will be like super glitter now. Now this says it's a top coat, but I have used it as a top coat before as the final layer and it didn't last. So I'm going to put this on just to seal in the glitter, and then I'm going to put a regular top coat on after that. Let me just tidy up a little bit. So yeah, I've been covering for my colleague. She had surgery on her hand. She has de Quervain's tensodinitis, is a common problem that we get with our thumb muscle there and our wrist from doing nails. So she had surgery on that and she didn't want to lose her clients. So I said that since I'm not working at the salon anymore, I would cover for her, and it's working really well. I know there were a lot of naysayers when I suggested it online on a nail tech forum, but actually it's working really well. So that should be ready for top coat. Oh my gosh, so sparkly. I love it. You could even use this glitter in your cloud design. You could make your clouds glitter, or you could do your baby boomer glitter. Or just maybe use a gem for your stars. You could amp this up any which way that you liked. So that's that done. Oh, I need to put top coat on that as well. Durr. I'm using Premier Gel High Shine Top Coat. I like this top coat. Premier Gel has been pretty good for me. They don't always have the things that I need in stock, but if I buy lots, then I'll have extras so that when they're not in stock, it doesn't really matter. So those are both top coated. Look, I've got black on my finger there. I have to clean that off. See if I can do that one-handed as well. Hooray! Cool, so that's the easy cloud design. Let me know what you think. If you try it, I'd love to see. You can add a picture on my Facebook or tag me on Instagram, or I don't know, hashtag Big C Little C. But I would love to see your cloud nails. Let's see if this is actually going to be a trend, or if it was something that the magazine writers just decided they would make a trend by writing an article about it, which is what I thought in the beginning. If it wasn't a trend, it's going to be now because they've written about it. So yeah, show me your nails and leave me a comment below, and I will see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.